So here we are with the guys from Allume Solarshare. This is a fantastic piece of equipment, Australian designed, it's new to the market. It enables one building with multiple tenants, whether they're residential or commercial, to share the solar power. And that's fantastic. It's a solution we've been looking for because in many situations, whether it's an apartment block, a block of flats, or a commercial building with 5 different businesses, solar on the roof could supply all of those people with their power. Allume allows them to get their solar power as and when they need it, and as it says, it's solar share. They get to share the power. So let's cut to Jack from Allume, who's going to tell us all about this fantastic product. Pleased to meet you.
Hi.
This is Solarshare, so this is really interesting. We've been asked a lot about solar for apartment buildings, solar for blocks of flats, an ability, for instance, for a landlord to put solar on for his tenants, and it's always been a problem in metering. Now you've got a solution.
We do.
Explain how this works.
It's called the Solarshare, and we're able to take the power generated from a single system, a single inverter, and take the input from that and then distribute it to up to 15 single phase meters. We actually connect behind the meter, so there's no changes to the smart metering infrastructure. So everybody retains their power of choice. In fact, the only thing that the residents will notice is they've got significantly reduced electricity bills.
That's fantastic. And in a commercial environment where you've got the body corporate or the landlord, investor, call them what you will, the asset owner of the solar, your system then allows the metering to those 15 clients separately for the solar use?
It can do, so we can deliver it. If everybody just buys the system, if the apartment owners just buy the system, they'll all get an equal share of the solar, delivered to them at the time where it's going to save them the most amount of money. Or we can deliver it under a PPA agreement, where we just maximize the on-site solar consumption and everybody gets discounted electricity rates from the actual solar that they use.
That's fantastic. So whether you're an asset owner looking for a return, whether you're a landlord just wanting to be nice to your tenants and provide a cost-effective living environment, it's a solution.
It is a solution, yeah. It's a world first, and it's exciting. There's nothing else out there that fill this market, fill that sort of 5 to 50 apartment market. So yeah, really excited. Australia designed, Australia made.
Fantastic. Well, we'll even accept that in New Zealand. So talking to Jack on behalf of some of our clients I'm working with currently that have multi-tenancy commercial sites or small apartment buildings. Now, one of the projects I've got in mind has a big roof with 8 tenants underneath it, and they range from an IT company to a cafe to, there's 8 people under the one roof with totally different energy use profiles. Jack, just run through me again how beneficial this is going to be and the capacity in that situation of your 3-phase system.
So with the 3-phase, we can attach 5 units. So if there are 8, we'd actually use 2 solar shares, 2 systems on the roof, 2 inverters into the 2 separate solar shares, and then would wire in the 4 connected units into 2 separate systems. So that means that the 4 units, the 4 commercial units, will actually be able to use that solar energy when they're going to get the most benefit. So if the cafe's booting up in the morning, that's when they'll receive lots of energy. If the IT company gets their aircon in, say like later in the afternoon, let's say, they'll then start receiving the solar energy there. So like sharing economy, split between the 4 units. On the case study that can be shown in the
we'll put that on the website actually.
Can show that actually there's a 55% increase in on-site consumption when compared to 5 individual systems.
And as you mentioned, we can integrate a battery storage solution to it as well, so that in the middle of summer when you're generating through to 8 o'clock at night, the cafe gets here and starts cooking scones at 3 in the morning, they've actually got some battery. And your system will help us manage that too.
Absolutely. So we can hook up a shared battery as well with the inverter, and again the system will deliver that battery storage when it's needed to save the residents or the business owners the most amount of money.
And critically, because the clients I'm working with to do this are largely would be the landlord, for instance, who would own the asset and enter into a power purchase agreement with the tenants at a cheaper price than they're paying now. So they could get cost-effective power off their own roof via the landlord, who could get an okay return on his money and have a green building. So you support the power purchase agreement model and would actually meter that for the landlord, provide them with data every month that they could then invoice onto the tenants.
Absolutely. Actually, one step further than that, we provide a complete monitoring and billing platform, so that the PPA owner, the landlord, would be able to see what the system's doing and who's using the power. And the actual individual customers will be able to log on, see what their usage is, so they may be able to change to be able to save more money, but also they'll be able to log on and pay their bills or their reduced electricity bills through the PPA agreement.
That's fantastic, Jack. I can already, my mind's going crazy here. I can already think of 6 or 7 clients that are going to use this. We'll be in touch.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Look forward to it.
And this is a fantastic new innovation in solar. Thanks, Allume.